The seventh responsibility of a woman is to protect the teachings from degeneration. What is the teaching? The teaching is nothing else but all the wisdom which builds the foundation of survival and the progression of all toward infinity. We are not referring to any certain religion or system of philosophy, but to the essence of all religions, all philosophies upon which rests the foundation of our survival and creativity. The teaching can be summarized as goodness, beauty, righteousness, truth, simplicity, gratitude, harmlessness, daring, courage, forgiveness, the possibility of progressing towards infinity, continuity of consciousness, the unity of life, sacrificial service, and joy. There are many, many distortions in the presentation of religious teachings. In ancient teachings, the religions were not exactly as we have been told they were. Real religion is founded on the following four principles: justice, compassion, freedom, and beauty. No matter what different ways religions explain and interpret these four principles, the foundation remains the same. If the religion is distorted and turned into revenge or materialism, separativeness, into the worship of pleasures and hatreds, then that religion is distorted. The philosophy is distorted. That teaching is distorted. How can a woman safeguard the teaching? The first thing a woman must do is to touch her own intuition. This is a very important point. She's not going to learn the teaching only from books. She's going to learn the teaching by touching the innermost essence of her nature. Women can do it because they are, to a great degree, intuitively oriented. Some women can understand the teaching without reading it all. Some women can understand a man without talking to him. They can sense what he is intuitively. Women can see the essence of things. Women must touch this source of wisdom within themselves. The magnet within themselves, the real compassion within themselves, so that they always see the right path. Once they have made a contact within themselves, then if any of the teaching is distorted in their home, in their children, in their husband, in their society, they can stand fast, point it out, and protect the teaching. It is the woman, the mother, the wife, who warns against any degenerative conduct or ugly behavior. For example, I was visiting a home where the man was beating his son, yelling at him, "Why are you lying to your friends?" Then the mother came in and said to her husband, "Think how many times you lie. You cannot talk about justice or truth. If you are lying all day in your business and with your family, why are you beating this child?" A woman can help a man to stay in order because of her love. She wants to sacrifice and dedicate herself for love, for justice, for the protection of the teaching. Women must forge the new life and create the new civilization, a new way of living, a new life of international relationships, a new life in society. To do these things, women must really be together. How is she going to be together? A very simple beginning for a woman is the life of meditation and contemplation. Intuitive contact with great ideas, great visions is easier for women than for men. They can sense the prototypes of things to come. They can really see the blueprints beyond the thought forms. And in seeing or sensing them, they're going to bring that beauty and plan to earth and manifest it in their daily relationships. In order to build a new civilization, women must know that through their efforts, a new world is going to come into existence. How can they accomplish this? By saving their energies physically, emotionally, and mentally. By saving their money, by saving even their whole lives in order to apply their lives to a great cause. And what is that great cause? A new civilization, a new culture. If most of the women in the world were to stand for a great vision, what a power they would present for the correction and of the distortions in many areas of life. Perhaps more important is the fact that women can influence their husbands. That is fundamental. A woman can influence her husband, her brothers, her uncles, her cousins, her family. She can influence the government. She can influence armies. She can influence any facet of nature that is controlled by man. Actually, the primary controller is the woman, the mother. If the mother is able to control but is not doing it, then it means that the mother is failing in her great responsibility. A woman can really change a man. We find that this is so through our practical experiences. There was a boy who was following a really destructive way of life. Then he met a girl who was beautiful, so idealistic, and so sensitive. Then in a few months' time, that boy really changed. He had been smoking, drinking, doing many destructive things. But every time he did these things, he smiled and said, "You are bigger than that. You are more beautiful than that." The boy gradually paid more attention to what she said and slowly left his habits behind and became her beautiful husband. Woman has a great charm that influences people and causes great psychological changes in them through her love, inspiration, and admiration, and curiously enough, through her expectation. Expectation is an act of evocation. Women must be reminded, especially on Mother's Day, that they have a great responsibility to face in rebuilding the world. That is why the modern woman is not going to just sit in the house when her duties are finished. She will face great responsibilities in politics, education, science, religion, economy, and all social relationships. Women are going to take the reins in their hands. Actually, in the teaching, we are told that the epoch of Maitreya and the epoch of woman, the reappearance of the Christ, the era of Christ, the era of human brotherhood, the era of one humanity, is the era of womanhood. It is the era of the mother. Does that seem very strange? If it is really to be so, then woman is going to have to work very hard upon herself, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, socially. She must come together in such a degree that she radiates a great vision with such potency, such power, that humanity grasps and follows that path of liberation. A great sage says that Buddha held woman in the greatest esteem and stated that the woman, as well as the man, can achieve the highest degree of spiritual enlightenment. There are many great women in the history of humanity who have lighted the way toward love, sacrifice, knowledge, and true leadership. As it has been stated before, gradually it will be women who are going to take the role of leadership in their hands. The woman is going to rule, but when we say she's going to rule, we immediately mistranslate that word through our associative thinking. Rule means here to present the vision in such a way that the efforts and labors of people are magnetically oriented towards that vision. Such a way of ruling creates incentives towards a greater goal, and this is what it is meant by ruling. Actually, women have been inspirers in all ages, and they will increasingly inspire more and more until all departments of human endeavor are oriented towards a life based on the teaching. This does not belittle man. Man's joy and success is to manifest the vision and bring it into full actualization. The concept of mother of the world, the creative feminine principle, is a supreme concept. If only our mothers, sisters, wives, and daughters would identify themselves with that concept and really think as if they were the mother of the world. The creative feminine principle. In esoteric philosophy, women are identified with the principle of the Holy Spirit, which inspires, gives vision, and works for all. Esoterically, this inspiration reactivates all treasures in the chalice, reconditions the records of the permanent atoms, and directs the life of the child and the man toward improvement. Some people think that because we have the conditioning factors in our permanent atoms and genes, we cannot change anything. This is wrong. Actually, the whole foundation of education is based on the fact that we can recondition and improve things. If, for example, evil and good are half and half in me, I can be both. But if I meet a woman or a mother or a wife who will inspire me toward good, my goodness then will increase and my evil tendencies will decrease. But if the woman I meet is of low order, then I have little chance to escape my evil tendencies. I was in Germany, and one night I saw that there was an American film playing in a nearby theater. I said, "Good, it is an American film. Let me go see it." I paid for my ticket and went in, and the film started. A lady came on the screen as an embodiment of fear and crime, and began to scream, "My jewels, they stole them, kill them, destroy them." It was so emotional, so criminal. I left the theater with sorrow in my heart, thinking, we as a leading nation of the world are exporting films of crime and violence to other countries. Nations must export ideas of beauty, ideas of right human relations, ideas of world justice and freedom through films, magazines, and papers. If they create and export films that will show the dignity of women and the responsibilities of women and men, they can spread a new education all over the world. It is the duty of women to inspire such an idea in all those who are involved with the media. If women everywhere educate humanity in high ideals, this will bring about material as well as spiritual benefit. It will greatly cut all our expenditures if all countries are in harmony with each other. Women can do a great deal in spreading to other countries the highest ideals and beauties that the human spirit possesses.